Hopefully I can use the Wi-Fi and get a few quiet minutes to search this James Arminius Ritchie. James Arminius Ritchie. Books. James Arminius Ritchie books. Fragments and verses by James Arminius Ritchie. Oh, this looks like it because the 1800s. Oh, mostly poetry? Oh, the people at this bookstore believe the work is culturally important. I've come to Toronto, Canada, because I felt like I should talk to my mom about her family and where they come from, because that's most of the mystery with us. I know all about my dad's family. It's like once upon a time, Tipperary, the end. They're just super Irish, and I love them, and I know where they came from.
But English ancestry is a possibility on her mum's side, as Canada was once a British colony.
There's Ted.
Your dad.
My dad, your grandfather. He wasn't the nicest father.
I loved my grandma. That was really hard for me when she died, but I was 15, so I was kind of too cool to go to the hospital and stuff.
And then what's this? You made a family
Oh,
tree.
I made a little family tree so that you could see. This is what I know.
Beatrice Adelia Sill, and then she married
Frederick Carr Knight.
Frederick Carr Knight.
Yes.
So I'm related to Jimmy Carr, potentially.
Beatrice, I'm sure, was born in Montreal.
And you don't know anything about my great-grandmother's mother?
Nothing.
So her mom was Clarissa Ritchie. Her parents, Emma Louise Nicholson and James Arminius Ritchie. What is Arminius as a middle name?
I have no idea. Arminius. I've never even heard of it.
Her mother's tree takes Katherine back to her 3 times great-grandparents, Emma Nicholson and the unusually named James Arminius Ritchie.
I've come to a cafe. Hopefully I can use the Wi-Fi and get a few quiet minutes to search this James Arminius Ritchie. Okay, ready? James Arminius Ritchie. Books. James Arminius Ritchie books. Fragments and verses by James Arminius Ritchie. Oh, this looks like it because the 1800s. Oh, mostly poetry? Oh, the people at this bookstore believe the work is culturally important.
Katherine's come to the Thomas Fisher Rare Book Library at the University of Toronto to look for her 3 times great-grandfather's poetry. She's meeting Head of Rare Books and Special Collections, PJ Carefoot.
Oh my gosh, hello.
How are you?
I'm very well.
Nice to meet you.
It's so beautiful in here.
It is.
It's like being in Beauty and the Beast.
Or Harry Potter, some people think.
You have a first edition poetry book of my great-great-great-grandfather?
We certainly do, and it's a pleasure to show it to you. Would you like to come see it?
Yes, please.
James Arminius Ritchie. This one was printed at Montreal in 1857. One of the poems that he writes is this.
Oh, to my mother.
Which is now introducing you to your next generation.
Oh, yeah. He loves his mom. He's grateful. And he wants her to always love him as her son. But I, desponding, still must own that only downward have I flown, have left the bright empyrean day to sink in relentless feebleness away. I mean...
So what does this tell you about your grandfather, or your great-great-great-grandfather, do you think?
That I would not have understood a single word he said, and that also he loves his mom and he's trying to make his mom proud.
PJ has found more writing by Katherine's 3 times great-grandfather before his book of poetry was published.
Well, we've been doing some research. So this is a letter that he writes to his mom. Dear Mother, from Port Medway, dated the 4th of February, 1855.
I don't know where Port Medway is.
It's Nova Scotia, yeah.
So he's 18. Look at his handwriting and my mother's handwriting. We are a family of...
Good calligraphers.
Good calligraphers.
Very good calligraphers, yeah.
Okay, dear Mother, things stand as I expected, and I am convinced will be increasingly so. I like that way of speaking. That I think
Were I Ritchie.
Dr. Ritchie, I could get a son,
I could get a son 1. So Dr. Ritchie is his father.
Oh, so He thinks his dad could get him a commission into the Army. He wants to be in the Army.
He does.
This is fair. At least it is a fair offer from my part. Is it not? It's very persuasive.
He's trying to be.
He's like, this is fair.
Hear the arguments. Yeah, exactly.
I'll tell you what's fair,
exactly.
young man.
Yes.
I'm your mother. If not anything at all. It's like a lot of kids.
Yep.
I like it, a hustler. It might seem natural for me to wish to visit you before I depart. The opposite is the case.
Nice, eh?
That's how I feel all the
Nice.
time. Yet, I am not hard-hearted. I love some dearly.
I love some
I love
dearly.
some dearly. All better than I am loved. Aww.
Yeah. Doesn't have great regard for, he doesn't feel that he's loved.
But he was 18. So that's an 18-year-old just being dramatic.
Could be. And he wants to go away.
And he wants to go away. He's having a little tantrum, a really Victorian poetic tantrum
It is.
here.
It's a beautifully expressed
I think I
tantrum.
want to visit you. I don't. And some of you love me, but not as much as I love you.